Probably one of the most cliche expressions you hear in the horse world from dressur, inside leg, outside rein. Everybody's heard it. Inside leg, outside rein. Blah, 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 blah. And unfortunately, not many people actually know what that means. Denise, could you come up here and be a horse with me for a moment, please? Denise is going to be, hopefully not a cranky mare. Could you face them, please, Denise? And could you put that in your hands? So Denise is the horse. And Denise, I'm going to pull that rope through you and even them out. Let me take a little of your right. Let me just slip the rope through your hands, please. Sorry, there we go. Now, first thing to talk about is contact. We hear the word contact all the time. I should preface this. I said I was going to try to keep this about essential handling, and now I've already jumped ahead to riding, but just as one example to make a point. We hear the word contact all the time, and there's basically two types of contact. One contact is pulling contact, and it doesn't have to be aggressive. This is the right rein telling the face to come right. This is the left rein telling the neck to straighten. Right rein pulling face right, left rein straightening. Don't do that. She's already hollowing her back. She's doing this from that. Now, why not to pull? Pulling is causing the nose to move first. Any pull, even if it's delicate, 1 gram of pulling the nose is causing it to go first. And you can relax your arms for a second, Denise. Nose going first is the body language of fight or flight. Nose going first is designed to produce adrenaline for fight or flight. So people who lead noses will cause problems that they need help fixing. And it's not just riding. I'm going to come back to this in a second. Can you go ahead and just hold that? Maybe face the group. I'm not picking on veterinarians, but I saw a veterinarian just last week go to lead her own horse, and she did this. She pulled it forward from the nose. So this is the problem. We know theory, and then we don't put it into practice. This was a veterinarian back home in Canada, and I had her out to do a Coggins test for my horse, and I watched her. It was my horse she was leading, not hers. And she took the lead rope, and when she wanted the horse to move, she initiated movement from the rope on the head. Now, if I asked her theoretically, with all due respect, doctor, where does impulsion theoretically come from in the horse? She would say the hindquarters. And then I would say, well, then why the hell are you pulling the head to go? We just do, without any thought. Just go. Stop and come to me.
Sorry.
It's okay. So we have to stop pulling the head. Number one, if we get anywhere this evening, I'm not just talking about aggressive people jerking on reins. Don't initiate movement head first. The purpose of a right rein is not to pull the head right. The purpose of the right rein is to provide blocking energy that disallows the head from going left when you don't want it to. This isn't going to pull right. Up there is the horse's face. Her fists are the mouth of the horse. Denise, try to go left, bumping into blocks. Denise, try to go right, bumping into blocks. Hold your horse is the oldest saying in the horse world. Hold your horses is the oldest saying. Hold your horses. This is pulling horses. And this, try to go somewhere, Denise, is holding horses. Some of you may have seen, you can stay here for a moment, okay? Please. Some of you doing your research have probably seen an illustration from back in the old days at places like the Vienna Riding School in Austria, where they would tie a horse between two posts, like in cross ties, between two posts. And then the dressur master would be back here with the little whip saying, walk into that. And the horse tied between two posts would go forward from its hindquarters, plug right into the contact, may I? And connect so that its face is plugged right into two ropes. And here's why they did that. Even with these highly trained dressur riders, they started their young horses with the post. And there's a reason why. One, posts don't pull. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Posts don't pull. Posts also don't release unless you cause it to. So, we don't want the horse to lead movements with its nose. One way the horse leads movements with its nose is the rider pulling the nose. Now, the next one's going to offend some people, and I'm sorry, but here it is. The illusion of nice. I don't want to pull on my horse's face. I don't want to be a control freak pulling on a horse's face. Don't pull on the face. But not pulling doesn't mean throw these away either. Because if you throw these away, now this horse is free with its head to look at every little distraction in the environment. And a horse looking at every little distraction in the environment is an attention deficit prey animal looking for the next problem. It's neuroses. And it's guaranteed to build adrenaline flow very fast. When you're riding a horse and you have totally loose reins and it's doing this, it starts coming up. And the next thing you know, you've got some behavior problems to deal with. Now, blocking energy in reins. Let's talk about that cliche statement, inside leg, outside rein. I'm not going to pull her head right to go right, and I'm not going to pull her head left to go left. Her body, I'm going to ask this horse to bend around an inside leg. Bend around my right leg. In fact, Denise, for your balance, can you put your left leg forward, put weight on it, bend your right hip. Good. And your head's going to try to come into the right, and she's bumping into my left block. Because she's bent here, it curves the whole body, and the face wants to go right, but the face can't go right because I've got the left rein. That's my outs, inside leg, outside rein. Now the outside rein in my hand is also in my elbow, is also in my shoulder, which is attached to, can you go forward, please, Denise, into my hand a little more? Thank you. Go ahead and put your leg forward and bend there. So when it's time for the turn, I'm going to turn from my seat. My shoulders redefine that outside rein. This outside rein is all the way up to here. So the head went to the right to turn right, not because I pulled the face into the right. Let's come back. But as I bent her in the middle of her body, the ribs go out, the shoulders flex, then the neck, and the last thing in is the nose. If we are true to this old classical principle, go ahead, Denise, of inside leg to outside rein, and that outside rein is in our hands, is in our arms, is in our shoulders, and we're turning through our body to turn the horse, what we're doing is making sure the nose is last into the turn. Inside leg, thank you, Denise, to outside rein is all about making sure the horse moves from back to front and that the nose is the last part of its body into a turn. It's one thing to have an idea of what it should look like. That would be an outcome. But how do I use my body within a process to get it there? Now, here's what I mean about that. Earlier I said it's a mistake when people just let the reins go loose. Well, not necessarily. You can ride without the reins. You can. I can on my horse. But that would be an outcome to a well-delivered process. They don't just ride without contact well because someone wants to be nice and ride without boundaries. That's not the way it works. So there are, I believe, 3 stages to a horse's development. Number 1 is training. Number 2 is schooling. Number 3 is self-carriage. Now, here's the analogy I use for training, schooling, and self-carriage that everyone can relate to. It has nothing to do with horses, but it's a similar process. A child learning to ride a bicycle is on a two-wheel bicycle with these little training wheels in the back. And we all know that the training wheels do not propel the bike forward, and the training wheels do not steer the bike. One of the earlier statements when I started was balance, balance, balance. It's about facilitating balance. So those training wheels on a child's bike are about balance. And as the adult sees that the child can ride this bike now and is no longer bumping into the training wheels. When you think of the three energies, push, block, draw, the training wheels are blocking energy. The kid's legs push into the pedal, but the training wheels are just blocking energies that prevent the bike from falling over. Once the child has balance, the parent or the adult mentoring them can take the training wheels off the bicycle. Now the child can ride the bike without the training wheels. So we could say now that child has transitioned from training into schooling on the bicycle. Practice, practice, practice. And when the child gets really good with a lot of practice, then the child can let go of the handlebars and ride with no hands. That's self-carriage. The child is so well balanced in the seat on the bicycle, I don't need training wheels, I don't need my hands. I'm holding this bike in balance from my core, self-carriage. It's a similar process for horses. Now, why am I going into all this? So many people full of well-intentioned illusions think that to be nice to horses, you should have loose reins. Well, that's like saying the child who's never ridden a bicycle should be able to ride without training wheels. And people ride with loose reins out of the illusion of niceness. And with loose reins, the nose goes first. And here's the real illusion of loose reins. And you'll see it. Watch people. The person riding with the loose reins, the horse's head does go somewhere that it wasn't supposed to. I'm supposed to be riding straight into that camera with loose reins, and my horse goes, oh, look at Marika. Well, guess what this rider's about to do? Reach down to the right rein, pull the head back, and then let it go again. It's called pressure and release. The head goes where you don't want it to go, pull it back and let it go. So it's passive-aggressive hands. Passive-aggressive, so passive there is no blocking energy, there are no boundaries, the head goes somewhere, and suddenly the person who doesn't want to pull on horses is pulling on horses. But the end result is this: nose goes, nose goes. Nose goes, nose gets pulled back. Nose goes because there's no boundaries, nose gets pulled back, and now we're riding an inverted horse who's full of stress. So the horses need that contact in the beginning. They need that, not hands that are pulling, but hands that are holding the neck and head in the center of the body. And if you're holding my head right here, not pulling it anywhere, gently holding it here, and I start pulling on your right rein to go left with my head, you still don't pull back. You let me bump into the blocking energy, and then you touch me here in my girth area, the single area, and you straighten me in the body to bring me back. This is back to front, and this isn't just riding. It isn't just riding, it's also on the ground. Marika, could you come stand next to me for just a second? And I'm going to go into more of this in a moment. Could you be a horse, Marika? There's her head. Could you turn it that way, please, Marika? Oh, I wanted my horse just focused, pulled its head back. Yeah, I'm leading the face. Could you look over there again, Marika? I need my horse focused. Push it single back. Just straightening the body from back to front. Just little things like that can make all the difference. Thank you, Marika. Now, as we get into this even deeper and deeper, we're going to start looking at what's happening with just everyday horse handling essentials. The term groundwork does not mean lunging and round penning and long lining. Groundwork means you're on the ground. If you're a veterinarian, you're doing groundwork with horses. Denise, could you come on up, please? And Marika, while I do this with Denise, would you take the level-headed horse and highlight the 5 buttons, please? Yeah. Would you be a horse, please? So, maybe move over just a little to the right. A little more, please. What a good horse. See, self-carriage. There's the nose of a horse, the neck, the shoulder of the horse. Push, block, draw comes out of every part of our body. I would like to demonstrate how to pet a horse so the horse understands you just want to knuffle, you just want to be affectionate. It understands what you're saying with your body language. Okay, you ready to be the horse? I'm going to walk up to this horse and I'm going to aim my novel in here at the single area. And I'm going to take this arm, not this one. I'll talk about why in a moment. And I'm going to bend my hips this way, and I'm going to touch the horse in the single area. And that will be the cause and effect. This horse is bringing me its head. That is a drawing hip. This is a push into the single. This is causing the head to come to me. And, can you go straight again, please? By the way, as we're doing this, think of when you've seen horses who are best friends loving each other, and they're doing this. It's simulating that language. You don't see them kissing each other on the face. You see the face go into each other's shoulders, withers, down into the single. You see, here's my teeth. You see this. Nope, change that bend, yeah. Now this hip is inviting that head to come to me. If I'm doing this to the horse, the physiology is producing the nice drugs like oxytocin and endorphins, and the horse's mind understands my intention. Just look at that shape. Now, instead, this is what so many horses get. Oh, what a pretty girl. And because I'm standing on this leg and petting with this arm, they're going to go up and start to go contra. You've all seen horses being haltered like this and bridled like this, and the head starts moving away, and we're chasing the head that's moving away. Now, push, block, draw is push, block, draw. This hip to that head is pushing it away. This hip is calling it back in. This hip is neither. Blocking hip, pushing hip, drawing hip. With horses, if you think of their head, their mind as the center, relative to the center, this is my inside hand right now. This is my outside hand. This is my inside leg. This is my outside leg. As I turn to face the other way, it all just changed. This is my inside hand. This is my inside hip. This is my outside hand, outside leg. So, can't tell you how many times we see this. I'm the veterinarian. Wow, this is a nice horse. Yeah, and the feet look good. What a nice horse. Yeah. So my intention is, what a nice horse. But my hip and this hand are causing the nose to go away first, as opposed to my hips and my hands causing the body to arc out and the nose to come to me last. I'm a very friendly veterinarian. I don't realize what a bully I am. I'm a very user-friendly veterinarian. I don't realize what a bully I am. I'm going to draw neck out of this blood out of this vein in the neck. Watch my core. I don't realize I'm driving that horse's head away. I'm going to keep my core in draw while I work. Watch my belly. There goes that head again. They're responding to all of this. And you've all seen it. You see it all the time. Come back here with me, please. The horse I started with who willingly follows me into the horse trainer. Watch this. Your core is your center. The energy that comes out of your solar plexus. Some of you know about chakras and chi. That third energy center is not just this spiritual illusion. It's real. It's power. And it comes from here. Watch this hip. That invites the horse to come with me as I go into the trailer. Let's go back again. Sayings like getting off on the wrong foot. I'm standing next to this horse. I want to go. If the very first leg to go is my inside leg, I end up drawing the horse away and get bumped, pushing the head away, and I get bumped by this shoulder because I led with this leg. If I lead with my outside leg and I open my inner hip to draw, I'm saying I am going forward and you're invited to come with me. And they come. But watch this. We just stepped up into the trailer and I go, what a good girl. And I turn my core into her face. And there's a wall that she can't turn into. It's a trailer. That push against that wall causes her to back right back out of the trailer. Follow me into the trailer, please, Denise. Come in, watch my core. What a good girl. You turn into them. There's a wall there. They can't go there, so they just back out. This pushed them out. Sounds silly, but it's true. Pushing, drawing. An example in the horse's body language that you've all seen is when two horses meet and they go round to round. They go nose to nose. Denise, let's see when I meet, okay? And we go round, we're rounding each other out. We look like Grand Prix dressage horses and we're nose to nose. Now here's my nose. Here it is. Now, you all know what's about to happen. We just meet, we go round and round, and there's a really good chance within the first 2 to 3 seconds, one of us is going to go, right? Why? We all see it, but why? She's going to be the one to go, because as we're round, watch my nose, I start coming up with my nose. As soon as Denise sees he's coming up with his nose, I'm shifting out of powerful but respectful. As soon as his nose starts moving up, I'm doing that. So as soon as that nose comes up, she knows I just switched from respectful to challenging, and she says, thank you, Denise. Get out of here. Actually, while you're there, wait, come on back. Let's do some more of this. So these are all this has nothing to do yet with riding. These are all day-to-day handling. Can we do this? I'm going to walk up. I'm going to do my best. Watch this in slow motion. I'm about to face this horse. All of these moves, they see them. And there's an old saying, a horse knows what you know. There are people in this room, I'm going to sound like I'm blowing smoke out of my ego, but there are lots of people in the room that know it's true. They say, oh my God, the horses just love him. The horses like him. He doesn't even have to work them. They just want to go to him. They watch how I move. The head that's behind me, I'm about to face, I know that horse is there. Watch this hip. It draws. Watch this center. It draws. Watch me step back and that hip draws. I'm conscious of stepping to my outside leg. I bring my chi to the body, not the neck and head. I make my first touch the outside arm. I'm about to go straight beside the horse. I have to fold that off, bend that. I'm doing it all in slow motion so you can see, exaggerating so you can see it. But I could be out here, and when I go to the horse, this is what people do. First step in is forward drive. Well, I'm already threatening this horse by taking forward energy right to the head. coming in with the wrong leg, coming in with the wrong arm. Jeez, what's wrong with this horse? So it's there. Just take a break for a second, Denise. For the audience, watch me for just a moment. I'm about to shift my weight to my left side. If I tell you to watch for it, say now when you see it happen. You have to catch it really subtle. Tell me now when it happens. There you go. You have to watch them like that because they're watching you like that. So, I'm standing next to a horse, and literally, watch my weight. Because people, we do this, and we do that, and then that. This is a really delicate mare. She's one of those mares. Now, watch my weight. As soon as I even start to go onto that leg, she's interpreting that as threatening her. She's either going to get up and turn away, or she's going to come in stink-eyed and want to bite me. Because head pushing into the neck and head is interpreted as aggressive. So, I'm just meeting this horse for the first time. I'm standing beside it. I keep my energy parallel to it. And here's what's going, not into it. I'm neutral. Visualize me as the left horse of a driving pair pulling a carriage, and Denise is the right horse, and I'm just right here minding my own business, no threat, no push to your head, nothing. Now, if I take this neutral position beside the horse, what is absolutely guaranteed to happen with every horse is this head's about to do one of two things. It's either going to turn into me, or it's going to turn away from me. It's going to do that. It's either going to do either one. Now, here's the appropriate response to start to engender respect and trust from a horse you've never met. Start to come in. Block. Just block. Do not push it away. Start to come in. Block. Test my block. She'll try to go over it. She'll try to go up and over it, Denise. You have to be a mime, and you have this boundary, this wall between you. Thank you. Now, obviously, none of us are strong enough to just put a wall up, but you do need that boundary because the horse is testing you, just seeing if you can be disrespected, seeing if I push that head into you, what's going to happen. Here's what most people do. None of this is conscious. Here's what most people do. Watch my body language. Come in. It's that passive aggressive again. The head comes in, we yield, and then we push it out. It's so catty. Now, the biomechanics, the biodynamics, as the head starts to come in, you block it. And the blocking energy specifically is right there at the corner of the mouth. That's a button. It's a dynamic button. And as you put blocking energy to the mouth, you've blocked the entire head and neck as it's connected right here at the shoulder. All of it. Now, as they push that, don't rely on just blocking. The next button back behind them is the shoulder button. As they push against that block, you can take your shoulder, your hip, your elbow, and you bump their shoulder. Now, can you just hold on for a second, Denise? You're having too much fun with this. Just wait a second. Now, when the horse's head's coming into you and you put up that block, at the same time, let's do it again. Come in. Like the clutch, there's your block, there's your push into the shoulder. Now, the head is connected to the neck, is connected to the shoulder. If you push the shoulder, the offensive head goes away. If you push the head, you're causing the nose to move. You're interpreted as aggressive. You're producing adrenaline. And as you push the head away, the shoulder comes into you. That's going to get you. So, response to head coming into your space is a block, shoulder. block, shoulder. They're going to turn their head away from you. Now, when they're turning their head away from you, the head is passive to you, but the body's pushing into you. The response is not to pull the head back. Don't pull the head back. That's us leading the head. That's us causing the head to move. You go to the third button back on the body in the single. So as that's happening, reach back here and say, hey, straighten out at the single. Reach back and touch the single. Straighten them from back to front. Now, these three concepts, watch this again. You ready to be the horse? Now, again, this is for body workers, for veterinarians, physiotherapists, hoofsmiths. It's not your job to round pen this horse or train this horse, but it certainly helps if the horse knows that you know your body language and you approach it stepping out with your energy, your novel into the body, not the neck and head. That you come in here and you touch it with an outside arm, with your inner hip open. That you draw your core back, you stand beside it. It's going to now test you by bringing its head into you, and you're just going to block it. And you're going to block it, and if need be, you're going to tell the shoulder no. And then it's going to turn its head away from you, and you're going to straighten its single and say no. And those concepts right there, thanks Denise, you can take a break, are enough to get 9 out of 10 horses to go, oh, thank God, someone finally gets it.